Come on, man!
All right, y'all make sure you get your votes in. I will put a bet in for the comments section because I hate money. So get your votes in. We'll start here in just a minute.
Stop mistreating Uncle Lou! No, lady, how about you shut the f*** up? I'm doing LouTube, bitch!
You big dummy! Miss Training Uncle Lou.
How y'all doing? National title time. Basketball. Big Ten versus Uconn. We, of course, did a poll in the comments section. The poll's been running for about an hour. I just closed it down. Over, under total points in the first half. Over or under 69. The comment section took under 69. So I did put a bet in on the under 69. I have a bet on the first half as well. I have Michigan -4 in the first half. I definitely think Michigan's going to win the game, and I almost took Michigan -8 or whatever it is for the full game. What is it for the full game? Michigan -7. I almost took Michigan -7 full game. I think they're really, really good. But a lot of weird shit happens in the second half of Uconn games. So that kind of scared me off taking Michigan -7 for the full game. But I did go in on Michigan -4 first half. So a couple of bets riding on the first half of the game. If you would like to win some money watching the game tonight, download the PrizePicks app. The link is in the description down below. Use that promo code there, HMA. You can do daily fantasy sports, set your lineup over or more or less on player stats, points, rebounds, assists, all that kind of thing. Or they have team picks over there too. You can pick the winners of the game, the spreads on the game, the totals on the game, all that kind of thing. Available in over 35 states. It's available in Georgia where I'm at. Whereas normally we can't use those other sites. PrizePicks works fine in Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, California, works all over. Download the app. Make yourself some money watching the national title game tonight. Promo code HMA. Link in the description down below. Put all my money on Michigan tonight. At what? -7? What line did you get? I hope Michigan loses, says Alex Armistead. Well, aren't you an Ohio State fan? So that makes sense. I think you're an Ohio State fan. Joe says bag on Michigan. What line did you get, Joe? I've got first half -4. Uconn scares me in the second half. Too much weird shit happens in the second half of Uconn games. I think Michigan is way better. I think Michigan could win by 10 or 15, but too much weird shit happening in the second half of these Uconn games scared me off of the full game bet. What's up, Nate? What's worse, being a Florida State fan or being on Rumble? Ooh. You're down bad either way. That's a tough one to call, man. That's a tough one to call. Let's go blue, do it for Connor Stallions. What? I'm hoping Uconn can make it a game. I'm expecting a blowout, though. Michigan is really good. They have been extremely impressive. No doubt about it. Michigan has been so good this year that even an idiot like me, who knows absolutely nothing about college basketball, for example, I can't name one player on either of these two teams tonight. I don't pretend to be some sort of huge college basketball fan. I do like the NCAA tournament. I do like March Madness. I think it's exciting TV. But I'm not some kind of huge basketball fan. But Michigan has been so good this year that even an idiot like me picked Michigan to win the national title in December. In December. I said, well, nobody beating this team. I see what you did with the spelling of the blue there. Yeah, Evan, I hope you hit, man. Evan's got an absolute fortune on the line tonight with his Michigan futures bet, man. I think you're gonna hit it, man. I think you're gonna hit it. That's a big win, man. I'm happy for it. I'm happy anytime the bookie loses, a casino loses, the sports book loses. I don't care who beats them. I'm happy anytime the house loses. So, man, I really hope you hit that tonight, man. That would be a massive, massive win. Lou, you look very caffeinated today. I've been on the coffee something strong since about 6:30. See, the lady's not here tonight to slow me down. The lady's not here tonight, so I've been on this coffee since about 6:30. I'm a little wired up, you might say. Just want to thank you, Lou. I shredded my ACL back in November, and during my downtime, your videos made it tolerable. Steven, I appreciate that, man. Funny story, and you may have heard this story if you've been around this channel for a while. I didn't even know what YouTube was 12 years ago until I had my knee surgery. And I was laid up in the bed for a long time. I had a bunch of issues, knee surgery, broken leg. There was a lot of shit going on. Anyway, I had no idea what YouTube was. And two nephews at the time, they were 9 and 11 years old. And they would come over to the house to check on me and stuff after surgery. And they'd be on their phone constantly with the YouTube. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? And they're like, we're watching this guy on YouTube or that guy on YouTube or whatever. And that's what got me to start a YouTube channel. So weird sort of full circle coincidence there. I started my YouTube channel because of a knee surgery. And then my YouTube channel helped you through a knee surgery. So there you go. Hopefully they got you all fixed up, man. Lou, what does that say on the coffee mug? It says, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Sometimes it's just easier for me to do this when the trolls are with the dumb shit, you know? Or like, sometimes people make the mistake of trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people try to do that. And instead of having to give them the whole speech about not telling me what to do, I can just, you know, give them one of these. It's a time saver, really, is what it is. It's a time saver. Yeah, it's a time saver. Bird, get over there. Get up. Oh, I'm gonna get this right here. Look at this. Look. Uncle Lou is a stand-up guy. I am now. Not back when I was having that knee surgery, though. I had to have knee surgery on my left knee because of a car accident. And in the same car accident, I broke both the bones in my leg right here. So it's bad enough to have knee surgery and you got one leg that's useless. I had 2 useless legs for about 12 months. I was not a stand-up guy then. I was a bedridden guy for about 2 months. Then I was a wheelchair-bound guy for about 6 months. Then I was a crutches guy for about 3 months. Then I became a stand-up guy again. Yeah. Law Tide eats soup with a slotted spoon. You might be onto something there. Jack Shankle, thank you for all those emojis. I'm sure that means something. However, unfortunately, while I am an extremely smart individual, I do not read or understand hieroglyphics, so I have no idea what any of that means. But thank you for the super chat. New Jack Slim, I'm hoping Uconn can make it a game. I expect it a blowout. Thank you, New Jack Slim. Good to see y'all in here today. Gophers. What about them? About Minnesota? What about them? Michigan is a basketball skew because their football program has been going downhill ever since Jim Harbaugh and Connor Stallions. Dang. What's up, Jesse? What's up, Robert? You gonna move on to baseball after this natty, or do you watch the NBA playoffs? I watch the NBA playoffs, yes. I watch the NBA playoffs. Baseball, I hardly ever watch baseball. I do bet on baseball on occasion. In fact, I've already bet on a couple. I'm 2-0 today. So I'm already up $157 today. I had a nerfy. What game? I had a nerfy in one of the early games. And then I had, I think, the Royals to win the first 5 or something. And they did. Anyway, so I did win 2 baseball bets earlier today. So we're up 157 for the week. But looking to add to that today, with Michigan -4 in the first half. That's my bet. And the comment section bet under 69 points in the first half. So need to add to that total if we can. That, of course, would be ideal. Got another baseball bet too. Reds Marlins under 8 runs total. And it's 2-0 in the 9th inning. So we're about to go 3-0 betting baseball. And when that happens, we will be up. Guys, I don't know what's wrong. I bet $270 on the Reds and the Marlins under 8 runs. I don't know what is wrong with me, y'all. But it's going to hit. So we're about to go from 100 and something up $100 to up 300 and something. Because they're in the 9th inning and they've only scored a total of 2 runs. And kind of like college, but I can't name no base. I don't know. I don't watch the games. I don't know nothing about the games. It's coin flips. I'm sick. I'm sick. I had no idea the championship game was tonight. Yeah, they've always had it on Monday. Final 4 on Saturday. Championship game on Monday. Auburn damn near choked the NIT. Yeah, that cost me some money because I had the under. I had the under in that game, and it would have hit had it not gone to overtime. But Auburn blew that big lead in the second half and let come back and tie them up. Game went to overtime and ended up losing that bet. Waterloo go Uconn. I'm on Michigan, man. I'm on Michigan today. Yeah, they were up big. They blew it. Auburn did. Who were they playing? I forget who they were playing. Tulsa. They're playing Tulsa. I watched that game. Yes, I sat in the living room and yelled and screamed for an hour in the second half of that game when Tulsa was coming back. I even told the lady with about 3 minutes to go in the game, I said, we're good on our under unless it goes to overtime. And I'll be damned if it didn't get fucking go to overtime. How much will Axel Lindeborg play? Got no clue. Don't even know who that is, bud. I just like to gamble and I like March Madness. I really don't know anything about college. I can't name one player on these teams. I really can't. I'm a football guy. Some people would tell you I don't know anything about football either, but however much I know about football, divide that in half, then divide it in half again, then subtract about 3 or 4. That's how much I know about college basketball. I was heated when they cheated that lead. Choked the lead, yeah. Yeah. There's still a question about John Kovora, ? You're going to have to ask somebody else, bud. Lou, do you like deviled eggs? No. I like hard-boiled eggs. I do not like deviled eggs, no. I respect your football acumen. Yeah, hey, thank you. Thank you. People are going to respect my football acumen a lot more when James Franklin turns Virginia Tech around, because that's exactly what's going to happen. I can't believe it boggles my mind the number of people that talk about James Franklin like he's a terrible fucking coach. It blows my fucking mind, the opinions that some people have about James Franklin. Is your Georgia football degree still around? Yeah, right there. It's right there in that. Lou used to make videos while wearing a tinfoil hat whispering about Butch Jones having a 4-year plan. Yeah, I had to stop doing the tinfoil hat videos because too many retarded people in the comment section took them seriously, got mad, and unsubscribed. And I like to keep as many retarded people as I can subscribed to my channel. This channel was built on the backs of retarded people. He will do good in the ACC. Of course he will. He did good in the Big Ten. He did good in the SEC. He did good in the Big Ten. But somehow he's going to fall on his face in the ACC? I don't see it. Give him a couple of years there, they'll be contending for the ACC title. All right, just underway. Michigan with the ball. No, I'm sorry, that's UConn with the ball first. UConn in blue, Michigan in white. UConn down low. Off the back of the rim, no good. Michigan with a rebound. It's going to be a long summer. Always sucks when college basketball ends. Nothing to watch until football starts. I hate the NBA. I can't watch NBA regular season games because it's nothing but a three-point contest with no defense and half the stars don't play in half the games. But NBA playoffs basketball is great basketball. The NBA playoffs are great. I love the NBA playoffs. You could hire someone on Craigslist to win the ACC. Anybody except Mario Cristobal, apparently. Or any Miami coach, for that matter. Still no score. Michigan with the ball. First minute of the game here. Big, tall, goofy motherfucker here with the ball for Michigan. Spin move on the baseline. Up and no good. Rebounded by UConn. Still no score. Looking good for the under bet. NBA playoffs are watered down. No, they're not. The NBA playoffs are amazing. Michigan has Giants on their team. Goliath wears number 15. Still no score. UConn missed again. 18 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Still no score. Passes it back out to this big gargantuan motherfucker. Does he have a mustache? The fuck? Michigan underneath, up and in off the glass. Finally, we get some points. 2-0 Michigan with the early lead. NBA playoffs better than college football playoffs. And now that might be, I don't know if I can go along with that. But I will tell you this. In the summertime, when there's nothing really on that interests me all that much sports-wise, the NBA playoffs, they do the trick for me. UConn scores. We're all tied up at 2, just under 18 to go in the first half. What's up, Randall? I wonder who has a better record after 5 years between Franklin and Campbell. Well, I know one's been in the Big 12 forever and has never won it. The other one's been in the Big 10 and has won it. That's what I know about those two. You're not suggesting to me that what Matt Campbell did at Iowa State is more impressive than what James Franklin did at Vanderbilt, are you? Matt Campbell basically did at Iowa State what James Franklin did at Vandy. Now, which of those two things is more impressive to you? Can't wait for the season already. NHL playoffs is where it's at. I used to really like the NHL playoffs. The last couple of years, I hadn't really been able to get into it. But I used to love hockey, playoff hockey. Ball tipped out of bounds off UConn. Michigan will keep the ball. They're up 4-2 with 17:01 to go. The college football playoff is way better than the NBA playoff, says Alex. After tonight, my big sports fandom comes via the Masters. Yep, Masters going on here this week in beautiful Augusta, Georgia. All the out-of-towners are here. Can't go out to eat this week anywhere in Augusta. Be 2 hours wait everywhere you go. All the outsiders are in town at the Masters. Never fear, Biggs is here. Pay Lou. Good to see you, Biggs. Mike? Yeah, you can do takeout. They import Uber and DoorDash drivers in from all over. People come from Atlanta, Columbia. People come from all over to Uber and DoorDash here this week. Same with the strippers, by the way, and prostitutes. Strippers and prostitutes come from all over to Augusta this week, too. Strippers, prostitutes, and Uber drivers. Is T-Bone Slam during Masters Week 2? Well, there's two. One of them is about a mile from the Augusta National. That one, good luck even getting in there. The second one is in Evans, which is a suburb of Augusta. It's maybe a 15, 20-minute drive from the Augusta National. Probably have better luck getting in that one this week. But both of them are going to be really crowded. Only problem with comparison is JF did it without NIL/portal. I don't know that Iowa State was portaling in a lot of big-time players, though. I'm not taking away from Matt Campbell. I think Matt Campbell's a really good coach, and I am impressed with what he did at Iowa State. Look at Iowa State's record the 10 years before he got there, and then look at the record every year he was there. It's extremely impressive. But it's not as impressive as winning 9 and 10 games a year at Vandy 10 years ago, in the height of in the mid-20 teens, at the height of SEC dominance. Never really thought the Masters patrons would be the type to pick up hoes to bang from the red light area. I guess you can add that to the list of things you were wrong about, bud, because they come from all over, my man. It's funny, too, because the strip clubs in Augusta are absolute dog shit. I mean, they're a giant fucking waste of time. 51 weeks a year. I mean, they're bad. They're run down. They're old. One of them's got a midget that works down there. It does handstands and shit. It's like a circus act. There's another one. Now, this is 20 years ago, so I doubt it anymore. But they used to have a mother-daughter deal. It was fucking weird. It was really fucking weird. But the strip club scene in Augusta is complete dog shit. But during Masters Week, they import all the bangers from all around. If you're going to strip clubs, may as well go to Atlanta. They're known for it. Yeah, generally Atlanta would be way better to go for a strip club than Augusta. But during Masters Week, I don't know that there's anywhere better to be than here. I'm sure that's the same everywhere. Like wherever the Super Bowl is every year, there's probably dancers from all over the country that do contract work there that week. Or it's probably the same for any major sporting event. Do you attend local Sunbelt school sports? There are no local Sunbelt schools. No, there's no Sunbelt schools near me. And even if there were, I wouldn't go. These ads keep mistreating you. Well, they're treating me great, though. So, Tampa is the strip club capital. I've never been to a strip. I've only been to Tampa one time, and I was only there for the day. I didn't even stay the night. Went to visit somebody for the day and left. So I don't know anything about the Tampa strip club scene. I've never even been to a strip club in Vegas, and I've been there 10 fucking times. I don't have any interest in going to strip clubs anymore. I guess if somebody I knew was getting married and it was like a bachelor party thing and a bunch of guys were going, I wouldn't say no. I would go along or whatever. But my strip club days, I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me anymore. Midwest strip clubs are better, more body for the same price. Hey, man, I'm not hating. I am not hating, buddy. Big girls need love too, man. Thing about big girls too, they try harder, and that can matter. I'm not hating on no big girls, man, at all. Is Nashville your second favorite city behind Las Vegas? I don't know. Look, I don't hate Augusta. I like Augusta where I live. I don't have it. I know some people might hate their hometown or whatever. I like living here. But is Nashville my second favorite city? I don't know about that. We did have a good time there, though. Keep March Madness gold, but I wouldn't mind top seeds getting advantage and choices like pick the region. University of West Florida just went D1, joining the Atlantic Sun Conference. I will make sure and make a mental note of that. Yes, I will make a note of that. I'm going to be honest. I don't give a fuck about the group of 5 or group of 6 or whatever it's called. They don't even, they shouldn't even be playing the same. It's not the same level of football. They should have their own playoff. I pay attention to whatever 2 or 3 group of 5 or group of 6 teams, like during the course of the season. I pay attention to whatever 2 or 3 teams look like might make the playoff, just so I'll know something about them. But beyond that, I don't pay much attention to the group of 5 or the group of 6. Especially in the portal area. I mean, those teams, anybody in the G5 gets a decent player, they're gone the next year. A Power 4 team picks them up, It's almost like a farm system for the Power 4 at this point. Michigan out to a 9-4 lead 5 minutes into the first half of this one. Uconn with the ball, dishes it out to the wing. Now top of the key, long three-pointer, no good. Clanks it off the back of the rim. But it's going to go out of bounds. I think Uconn's going to keep possession. It's time for them to create their own playoff. I could not agree more. I could not agree more. My brother is 10 years younger than me, and he loves Nashville. I found it kind of overwhelming and too big, to be honest. Well, that's not all that surprising, Hog Man. You live up in a cabin in halfway up a mountain surrounded by bugs and nothing else, really. You're not a city slicker. You don't strike me as a city slicker. See, I'm the exact opposite. I couldn't live where you live. I can't live in the boonies, man. I can't. I can't live out in the middle of nowhere. I can't live in the woods. I'm not living up in the mountains. I have to be within 20 minutes of a Walmart. That's my general rule. I don't even like Walmart. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're within 20 minutes of a Walmart, then there's a lot of other, there's going to be a lot of other shit around the Walmart too. But I can't live out in the middle of nowhere. I'm not built for that. Michigan misses a long 3, still up 9-4. Uconn grabs the rebound. Down at the other end now, long 3 of their own, and they drain it. Cut the lead to 2, 9-7. Michigan with a 2-point lead, 14 minutes to go in the first half. You're just tardy, man. We're only about 5 minutes into the game, so you're good. You're good. 9-7 after Uconn drained that 3. Michigan with the ball now. They give it to this big goofball for Michigan is really something else. Look at him. This number 15 how tall is he? He's got to be 7 foot tall. Isn't he? Sometimes it's hard to tell how tall basketball players are because they're all tall. Michigan with a chance for a 3-point play after that foul, but the bucket was good. He's got to be over 7'4". Yeah, because I don't know how tall the rest of these people are, but some of these people are probably like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", and he's towering over them. Now, I don't know what the fuck he's doing with the mustache deal. Whoever told him that was a good look lied to him. He looks silly as shit with that fucking mustache. What is he majoring in? State trooper? Can he even fit in a patrol car? I don't know. But he is one big-ass gargantuan-looking motherfucker, though. He looks like a street light. Yeah. That's good, Hank. It looks like a street light. 11-7. Uconn with a jumper from the baseline. No good. And they're going to get Uconn with a foul underneath on the rebound. Michigan will get the ball up 4 with 13:09 to go in the first half. He's from Spain. He's Spanish. Cut him a break. Why? Are we supposed to be, what is that? We got to cut people. Why? Why would I cut somebody a break solely because they're from Spain? Loved the video earlier about Virginia Tech. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back and reading through those comments in a couple of years when Virginia Tech's winning 9 and 10 games in their sleep, because James Franklin knows how to do that. I can't wait to go back and laugh at some of the comments on that video. Gargatchwood underneath. Spin move. No good. Rebounded by Uconn. Being tall don't do you no good if you can't make a 1-foot layup, bud. Might have to put you on the first boat back to Spain there, bud. Over there with the running with the Bulls and that, because basketball might not be your deal there, bud. Uconn with the ball down 4. 3-pointer. It's good. 1-point game. Uconn's made a couple of threes here. And have got the lead to 1 now. Michigan 11, Uconn 10, coming up on 12 minutes to go in the first half. Underneath to the Gargatchwood, and he missed it again from 6 inches away that time, but he was fouled. He'll be going to the free throw line. He can basically shoot layups from the free throw line, though, this guy. He can just reach his hand out and just like that. So he ought to be able to make a couple of free throws, even if he can't do anything else. Where's the Uncle Lou mascot? Burgle? Burgle right there. Burgle. They said, where's Berg? I said, Berg's right there. Berg right there. Michigan long 3. Clanks it off the front of the rim. Fast break for Uconn. Foul. Uconn will be shooting 2 with a chance to take the lead here. At least Michigan isn't cheating in basketball. Not that we know of. That's true. Not that we know of. Close game until the second half. I kind of thought it would be the opposite. I thought Michigan would win the first half easily and it would come close in the second half. Weird shit has been happening in the second half of Uconn games. That's why I didn't bet the full game. It was Michigan -7 or -8, depending on where you looked and when you looked. I was afraid to bet that for the full game. Because so much weird shit has been happening in Uconn's favor in the second half of these games in the tournament. So I took Michigan -4 first half. And we've got under 69 points. Michigan's playing much stronger in second half this tournament. I love some Berg. Yeah, she's all right. Off to a good start today, though. We're up $345 betting baseball today. What's up, Lou? Hope you doing good. I'm doing great, man. I hope you are, too. I hope you are, too. Jared G., thank you for hitting the super chat, my man. He says, the only problem with comparison... Oh, yeah, we read that. We read that. James Franklin did it without the NIL, Thank you, Jared, for that super chat earlier. Appreciate that. What would it take for Georgia to ever make a natty in college basketball? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you anything about Georgia basketball. No clue. I know they lost. Was it the first round? I know they lost early in the tournament, but I'm not a Georgia basketball fan. 30 mil in NIL. Lost to something called St. Louis. That's right. That's right. I was in Cherokee at the casino when that game was on, and we were in the high limit lounge watching the game, and there were St. Louis fans at the game, and they showed a close up of one, and this guy had on a shirt that said the Lou, and I said I fucking need that. In fact, I need to remember to look for that. So I guess St. Louis makes shirts for their fans that say the Lou. I need one. I don't give a shit about St. Louis, but I need a shirt that says the Lou. What's up, UJ? Let's go, you damn Wolverines. I thought you bet Uconn, man. What are you talking? Didn't you? What are you? Or was that somebody else? What are you talking about? Wasn't that you? Man, you bet Uconn, man. I got it right here. You need to lay off the gummies, man. You're rooting against your own bet, man. What are you doing? How important is in-state recruiting? Do you think it's still important for programs like Wisconsin, or is something that's no longer as important with NIL and transfer portal? Well, in-state is recruiting if you have good football players. I mean, if you have good football players in your state, yeah, recruit them. Don't recruit bad football players just because they're from your state. As far as your comment about the NIL and the portal, I don't know if there's any way to prove this or not, but I would assume, let's take Georgia as an example. I would assume that a kid that's born in Georgia, grows up a Georgia football fan, starts playing football, gets really good at it, gets offered a scholarship to Georgia, goes there, versus a kid in Nebraska. Same thing. Ends up going to Georgia. I would think the kid from Georgia is more likely to stay than the kid from Nebraska. But I don't know that. But I don't really care what state somebody is from. There are certain states that recruit more high-level football players than others. Georgia, Florida, Texas, California, primarily those four. But I don't really care where somebody's from. I do think that a player from your own state, there is something nice about a player from your own state choosing the in-state school. Like, there is something feels good about that. But I don't know that it's necessary to win or whatever. Michigan misses another 3, but they get the rebound. Now another 3-point attempt, and they drain that one. Michigan now up 3, 16-13, coming up on 10 minutes to go in the first half. Uconn drives into the lane, puts it up, no good, but they get their own rebound and put it back. Cut the lead to 1, 16-15. I can't remember the last time Nebraska recruited in-state players for the Huskers. Maybe Bo Pelini. They recruited in-state guys, but I don't know. We suck anyway. Uconn just turned the ball over. Sloppy pass. Michigan with the ball down 1, 16-15. Michigan for 3. No good. Uconn with the rebound. Michigan not shooting too good from the outside right now. Uconn has the ball and a 1-point lead with 9:25 to go in the first half. I really don't care what you say. Heard it all before. Who you talking to? Me? I know you're not. You clearly care what I have to say, so I know you're not talking to me. Who are you talking to? Did Michigan get their punishment for cheating yet? Yes. They did. It wasn't the punishment a lot of people hoped it would be, but yes, they did. Michigan needs to get their shit together here and go on a little run. That would be ideal for me. How are we looking on our under 69? It feels like not too good with all these three-pointers I've been seeing. Let's see what the live total is for the first half. We've got under 69 in the first half. That was the comment section bet today. The live total right now is 64. So the under is looking good so far. Hopefully we'll hit that. It's just been a topic some Badgers fans have had. I mean, the Badgers have 8 of the top 10 in-state kids for the 27 class, but I just want Wisconsin to get the best players to come to Madison. It's going to take a lot of money to get the best players to go to Madison because there's no other reason for them to go there. I'm not trying to be rude, but they're not a blue blood. They're not traditionally whatever. Like kids in Mississippi don't grow up thinking about playing football for Wisconsin one day. So to get high-level players to Wisconsin, especially out of high school, it's just going to take a lot of money. Now, the portal, that's a different story. Maybe somebody's buried on the depth chart somewhere and Michigan offers them a shot, or Wisconsin offers them a shot. They'd be willing to go there maybe. Plus, the weather is dog shit up there. Uconn with a 3-point lead. This is no good. Michigan with the ball. Into the lane. Off the glass. No good. And Uconn with the rebound again. Michigan's in a bad way right now. They can't make layups. They can't make three-pointers. They can't rebound, and they can't play defense. I'm trying to figure out what it is they're doing good, and I don't think it's anything right now. Right now, they're just a steaming pile. Uconn into the lane, spin move up underneath, rejected by that future 7-foot-tall state trooper with a mustache. Told him to get that shit out of there. Michigan's got a score here. 7:40 to go first half. Pass it down low to the state trooper, off the glass and in. Mustache with a layup, finally. He's missed 2 or 3 layups. He finally accidentally made one. 18-17, Uconn now with a 1-point lead, and they've got the ball. Mara, top 3 nationally in blocks. Lou, in general, you prefer under 69 or over 69? I see what you're doing there. Under. Uconn misses a floater, but they get the rebound, dribble it off his foot, picks that up too. And Uconn comes away with it somehow. Now we've got whistles. What's this about? Did it hit off somebody's foot? Timeout with 7 minutes to go in the first half. 18-17, Uconn with a 1-point lead. Who's texting me while I'm trying to do LouTube? Stop texting me. I'm doing LouTube. Ohio State would have won football natty, but got cheated against Miami. What? What are you, mentally retarded? Typical Ohio State fan comment there. According to Ohio State fans, they've never lost a game because the other team was better. It's always the referees or the weather or the crowd noise or the wind or what stadium the game was played in, or one of their 9 NFL wide receivers got hurt in the third quarter. It's always something. Hash marks. Yep. Hash marks. They play down south and lose. They say it's because it was too warm. They play Michigan in the snow and lose. They say it was too cold. What's the excuse going to be when they lose to Texas? First game on the road, non-con, didn't really count. They can still make the playoffs, that sort of thing. Lou, have you seen the new Love on the Spectrum? No, is that out? I'm not even trolling. I love that show. That show's great. No, I knew they were putting out a new season, but I haven't seen it yet. Is it on Netflix? We'll have to watch that. Yeah, that's a good show. My mom, Charisse, has cancer, and that's why she is not here. Well, I hope she's doing okay. I know she catches a lot of shit in the comment section because, well, honestly, it's because she says a lot of dumb shit, but she's been around here a long time, so I don't even know if you're trolling or if that's really your mom, but I'm not going to joke about cancer. So if that is your mom, tell her that, tell her I said to hang in there. I hope she's okay. I hope she'll be okay. There's a show called Love on the Spectrum. Is it exactly how it sounds? Yes, it's matching up uh people on the spectrum with other people on the spectrum. Yeah, it's actually a really good show. It's a reality show, so it's like all reality show. There's backstories, and they get you invested in the stories of the people. It's a good show. Sounds a lot like the YouTube comment section. Yeah, except I'm not aware of anybody hooking up within the YouTube comment section. Maybe it's happened on the down low. I don't know. But the spectrum is very well represented in the YouTube comment section. That's for sure. Hell, I'm on the spectrum. I'm pretty much the entire spectrum. I'm bad off. But y'all know my opinion on that, and I'm not a doctor. I just pretend to be one on the internet. But I think everybody's on the spectrum. That's what I think. And they're different people. It manifests in different ways for different people. Some people drool and can't count to 3. Some people have to check that their door is locked 19 times before they leave the house. It's different things for different people. I mean, I'm all kinds of fucked up. I got so many issues. I mean, we'd be here all day and all day tomorrow if I just started going over to just what's wrong with me. So I don't look down on anybody. Well, I don't look down on anybody because they're on the spectrum. There are people I look down on, not going to lie. Yeah, I like Connor on that show. I think everybody likes him on there. Some of them on there I don't like. I don't like that. She was some kind of Chinese. I don't know what kind of Chinese she was. I don't know whether she was Japanese or Filipino. I don't know. I just know she was some kind of Chinese. She lived in San Diego, had glasses. She's all into the anime and shit like that. I didn't like her at all. I didn't like her. She was annoying as fuck. I also don't like the guy with the curly blonde hair that thinks he lives in like 1400s England. You know the guy I'm talking about? What's the guy's name? He's got like shoulder length curly blonde hair. And he thinks he lives in like medieval England. You have to know who I'm talking about if you've seen that show. I think he's annoying as shit. Yeah, she wanted to fuck that guy so bad on that show, it was unbelievable. And that guy turned her down because he was some kind of religion, whatever religion he was. That guy's in no position to be turning down pussy. I mean, he should have jumped at the opportunity. And that Chinese lady wasn't bad looking either. I mean, her eyes were a little off, but she wasn't a bad looking lady. And that guy was a dumbass. He should have jumped at that opportunity. He may never get a chance again. Blamed it on his religion and that. Uconn, 1 point lead, 20-19. We got 6:17 to go in the first half. We really need Michigan to go on a run here. Look, I'm not going to lie and tell you that there aren't some parts on the show that you'll see and you'll laugh, but you're not really laughing at them. If you are, you got issues. You're not really laughing at them. But like, they do some funny shit on the show. They do. I mean, they do. But it is a good show. I'm not going to lie. It is a good, if you haven't seen it, watch. I think there's 2 or 3 seasons that have already been out. And then there's a new season that just came out. I would start from season 1. Each season they introduce a couple of new people, but overall it's the same people. They follow the same people from season to season. I tell you who else I like is those 2 that are obsessed with dinosaurs in Disney World. The girl is blonde-headed, and the guy is kind of a bigger guy. I think they got married, or are getting married, or moved in together, or something. I like them too. Oh, and let's not forget about the Clemson. There's a Clemson man on there, y'all. So that's worth watching it just for that. There's a Tater man on there. He went to Clemson. I think he was valedictorian. What's his name? What's the Clemson guy's name? Is that Connor? Tanner. Tanner, that's right. Tanner. Yeah, Clemson man. Goes to, there's episodes where he's at Clemson. He lives in Clemson, or right outside of there. I think he's part of that. Clemson has that life program. He's part of the Clemson life program. Y'all know Huffer Billy Paul in the comments section. He graduated from Clemson's life program back in the mid-'80s. Come on, Michigan. What are we doing? What are we doing? We need that little itty bitty guy from Michigan to start scoring. What's his name? The little bitty guy with the chia pet head? What's his name? Doesn't he usually score good? Cadeau? What is he, Canadian? He doesn't look Canadian. Is he an Eskimo? He doesn't look Canadian, but that's a Canadian name. Against Arizona, he sucked at shooting but moved the ball well. I need him to do something well. Michigan's down 2 with 5 minutes to go. We've got under 69, which that looks good. We're most likely going to hit that under 69. But Michigan -4. That's looking a little hairy right now. They did just hit a free throw, which helps a little bit. But we need them to go on a run here. 23-22. Second free throw coming up here. This would tie the game. There it is. All tied at 23 with 5 minutes to go. Michigan playing full court press now. Uconn gets past it, no problem. 4:50 to go, tied at 23. We've got Michigan -4 first half and under 69. Uconn dribble. Top of the key, long 2-pointer, no good. But Uconn gets the rebound. Second chance points here. No good. Block. They're going to get it for goaltending. They're going to get Michigan. They're going to get that state trooper with goaltending. So count the basket for Uconn. That's close, but it did look like it was starting to come down. That was close, but it did look like it was starting to come down. Are you missing some helmets? They're over. Well, yeah, they're over there. I never rearranged them from the college football playoffs, so I'll do that sometime here before the season starts. Michigan underneath, no good. Missed the layup. Michigan has missed a lot of layups today. 4 or 5 at least by my count early in this game. That's not good. They're down 2. UConn's got the ball. 4 minutes to go in the first half. 25-23, UConn with the lead. And they're going to get UConn with an offensive foul. Illegal screen, I think. In any case, it's going to be a turnover in Michigan ball. Timeout on the floor. Do you have a UConn helmet? No, I do not. I do not have a Uconn helmet. Figures they played a worst game of the tourney. Under will hit easy. That's good news. In fact, that's great news. Looks like Cub Scout gear. What? What looks like Cub Scout gear? The helmets? Did you wear a helmet when you were in Cub Scouts, bud? Hell, you might still wear a helmet for safety reasons. Do you have a mouthpiece too so you don't chew off your own tongue? Actually, this is a well-played game, just well-played defense. A lot of truth there. A lot of truth there. We do need Michigan to start shooting better from the outside, though. I don't think Michigan's made a three-pointer. You bet Uconn money line. That'll play about 3 times your money if it hits. What was the payout on that? Plus 3 something? Or was it in the high 2s? How do you feel about the Braves, Lou? I don't know anything about the Braves, so I don't really feel one way or the other about them. I know I bet on them yesterday and they lost, and that pissed me off. But beyond that, I don't know. Plus 290. Yeah, that'd be a good hit if you hit it. This game is physical. Yeah. Big facts there. Go blue. I hope so. I'd like for them to go on about an 8-0 run right now. That would make me extremely happy. I've got Michigan -4 in the first half, and that's not looking good. We do have under 69, so hopefully we'll hit that and go. At least then we would go 1-1. We won't make any money, but we won't lose any either. What spring game you interested in watching this weekend? None are on. What is there? Maybe one on TV. I mean, you don't really have a choice when it comes to watching spring games. None of them are on TV. I mean, only a couple. No SEC games are coming on TV. Let's see. What's this weekend? The 10th? No, the 11th. Here's the TV schedule. Here's all the games. Here's the TV channel. There ain't now. Syracuse is coming on ACC Network X. I think that's streaming only. So, none. None is the games I'm looking forward to watching this weekend because none of them are coming on TV. What do you think of the chances are to beat the Ho down south? I don't see how people are ignoring us with Trinidad and Kewan Lacey. You're an Ole Miss fan. Are you a Donald Trump fan? Because Donald Trump says Trinidad Chambliss can't play this year. What do you think about that? Now, I know it's bullshit, but I'm just wondering what you think about Donald Trump. Michigan blocked at the rim. God damn it. Long 3 from Uconn. No good. Michigan rebound. Got to score. Come on, Michigan. Georgia spring game is televised on ESPN Plus next weekend. That's news to me. I used to be his biggest supporter, but I'm not liking his Iran. I'm not trying to get into a political discussion. I want to keep it sports here, so I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But Trump's executive order goes into effect August 1st, and according to Trump's executive order, Trinidad Chambliss is ineligible. Now, I don't think that executive order is worth the paper it's printed on. You might as well wipe your ass with it. But nevertheless, he is trying to rule Trinidad Chambliss ineligible, and anybody else that's been in college for more than 5 years. No executive order can do shit about Trinidad. Yeah, I agree. I like his ideas. It's just outside his purview on this one. Yeah, I don't think that executive order is going to do shit. Hell, he signed an executive order in July of 2025 called Saving College Football. Signed it in July of 2025. Can anybody tell me what effect it had on college sports? If your answer is none, then you are correct. Lou, you need +4 for Michigan. -4. Michigan -4 first half. We need sponsor segments for those guys. The ZipRecruiter Get a Job Player of the Week goes to, yeah. They just want to play forever, don't they? They just want to play forever. Permanent college student. Is this a technical on Uconn? Michigan's going to be shooting free throws and they're going to get possession. So Michigan has a chance to take the lead here with 3:16 to go. They're down 2, but they're going to shoot 2 free throws and get the ball. Thank you, William, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Big shout out to William, Chris Thomas. I never answered your question, Chris. What do I think the chances are of beating the Ho down south? You get them at home, and it should be one of the best home environments in the history of Ole Miss football, I would think. I think it's going to be a really good game. I also think that LSU is one of the most talented teams in the country. Now, will they be able to put it together quick enough to beat top 10 and top 15 teams? We'll have to find out. Ole Miss is more of a known commodity. Trinidad Chambliss, Kewan Lacey, like you mentioned. But if Ole Miss comes out of the gate in week 1, firing on all cylinders, they're going to be hard to beat. Michigan underneath is good, and they have taken the lead, 27-25. All right, here we go. 4-0 run. We need a run here from Michigan. They're on a 4-0 run. Let's play some defense. Play some defense. 2:50 to go. They're up 2. Long 3 from another zip code. No good. Rebounded by Michigan. Let's go. Come on, Michigan. Come on. State Trooper has the ball, passes it off. Now underneath, back to the State Trooper. Gargatchewit backs his man down. Spin move, up and in. 29-25, 4-point lead. 4 is good. 6 would be better. Got to play some defense, but Uconn wants to take a timeout. Michigan was starting to go on a run there. That's a good timeout from Uconn. Why are Bama fans so delusional? Decades and generations of inbreeding is a big part of it. Then you've got just the fact that the overwhelming majority of internet Alabama fans aren't used to seeing Alabama lose. So it's hard for them to cope, as they say on the internet these days. You took Michigan first half -4, and then you took Uconn money line for the game? Well, you're doing some 4D Cambodian checkers there. Michigan -4 first half, Uconn money line full game. Holy shit, man! What are you doing? What kind of? Dang, what are you doing, man? How you doing? Yeah, I've got Michigan -4 first half too. I'm on a heater today. I'm up $345 today already betting pointless baseball games. Yeah, well, they need to hold on to this lead. Yeah. So it looks good right now after this 6-0 run, but I need them to hold on. Uconn is in big foul trouble. I quit the gambling, destroyed my life. Yeah, too much of anything is bad, including gambling. If you have a problem with it, you definitely need to stay away. That's true of anything. Our amazing kicker is back too, not to mention. Thank you, Chris, for the super chat. Big shout out to those of you sending the super chats. That really means a lot. Anytime somebody sends a super chat, it means a lot, but particularly this time of year. I know we're watching a basketball game right now, but you all know this is a college football channel, and it's it can be difficult in April, May, June, and July to make things work for a channel this size with college football. So, big shout out to those of you who are supporting the channel: Chris Thomas, William Nix, Jared, Biggs Mike, Jack Schenkel, and New Jack Slim. I really appreciate it. When will we get the Ole Miss prediction video? I don't start doing prediction videos till the end of May, beginning of June. I'm sure I will make some Ole Miss videos. Like today, I made a 25-minute video today about Virginia Tech. I did one about Ohio State the other day. Like, I'm sure at some point I will make an Ole Miss video at some point in the next few weeks. But as far as the official predictions that I do every year, I start those around the end of May, beginning of June. All right, 4-point lead for Michigan. Uconn with the ball, 2:20 to go. Top of the key, three-pointer, drains it. Fuck. Cuts the lead to 1. Michigan 29, Uconn 28. All right, Michigan, got to score. 2 minutes to go, first half. Got to score here. Is Michigan allowed to even attempt three-pointers? They pass it back down to this galoot on the inside. State Trooper spin move, up and in. 3-point lead for Michigan, 31-28. 1:45 to go. I can't wait for the UTEP prediction video. I hope you have a whole lot of patience then. Actually, I probably will do a UTEP prediction video because every single year somebody on the Patreon page requests a UTEP prediction video. Long three from Uconn, no good, brick. But Uconn gets the rebound. Another three, no good again. And Galoot grabs the rebound that time. Michigan 3-point lead with the ball. Jumper, no good. Damn. We needed that. That would have made it a 5-point game. Under a minute to go. Michigan up 3, but UConn's got the ball. We got to play defense here. Got to play defense here. Dribbling all the way back by half court. What are they doing? Layup, no good. Rebound it. We got to score here. Got to score. Take it to the rim, man. Bang! Let's go! Missed the layup, but the follow-up slam was good. Michigan with a 5-point lead. UConn's probably going to hold for the last shot. We need UConn. If UConn misses, we hit the first half -4. If they make it, we lose. Got to play defense. Holding for the final shot. No shot clock. 10 seconds to go. 8, 7, 6. Oh, no! He missed! Let's go! Foul! Fuck! God damn it! Did they really call a foul? God damn it. Did they call a foul and UConn's going to shoot free throws here at the end of the half and fucking ruin our -4? Yep. Missed! He missed the first one. So we can't lose. Worst we can do is a push. If he misses this second one, we win the bet. If he makes the second one, it's a push. Either way, we're not going to lose. That's great. And we're going to hit the under 69. So it's going to be a winning first half, so that's good news. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Missed this second one, you fucking woozy. Look how nervous you are, man. Missed this goddamn shot. Brick it. Miss. Ah, he made it. All right, well, we didn't lose. -4 is going to be a push, and we're going to hit on the under 69. There is 2.6. That's not a foul? How's that not a foul on that half-court shot? How's that not a foul? Michigan should be shooting 3 for... Look at this. How's that not a foul? Michigan should be shooting free throws, man. That's bullshit, man. That was obviously a foul. Michigan should be shooting 3 free throws. Oh, well. We take the push on the -4, so we didn't lose, and we hit on the under 69. So I'll take it. I'll take it. We're now up 390 for the day. I can't complain. I'm going to let that go about that. But that was a foul. That was 100% a foul. Bullshit, man. That was bullshit. Michigan should have been shooting 3, and it should have been a pay-lose situation, but I'll take the push. That's fine. Whatever. At least we didn't lose, I guess. But that's complete and total bullshit. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to do something real stupid. Michigan's up 3. The live line right now is Michigan -6. Should we take Michigan -6 or should we take UConn +6? I'm tempted to do something real dumb. Tempted to do something real derm. Derm and extra stupid, too. Michigan's with that bullshit, man. They can't hit a three-pointer. Did Michigan go an entire half of basketball without hitting a three-pointer? How does that happen in today's basketball when all they do is shoot three-pointers? Did they really just do that? No way they go the second half without hitting any threes, right? You don't have to be a three-point team to hit a three-pointer every once in a while, bud. I'm not asking you to hit 10 three-pointers a half, but my God, how do you go an entire half without making one? That's alarming to me. That's fucking alarming. Michigan went 0 for 8 on 3-pointers. Yeah, that's poverty, is what that is. I could go 1 for 8. I'm just saying, I could go 1 for 8. Do I get a scholarship? Lou, how do you come up with your baseball bets? I flip a coin. I bet first 5 in baseball. I very rarely bet a full game in baseball because the relief pitchers in the bullpen are a complete crapshoot. You can have a 4-run lead, the bullpen comes in, they fuck it up. Plus, you don't even know what pitchers they're going to put in the game. You don't even know. If you bet the first 5, at least you know who the starting pitchers are. But I'm no baseball expert or betting expert, but that's what I do. So I only look at the first 5, and I make 2 or 3 bets a day. And I just got lucky today and hit them all. Tomorrow I'll lose them all. When did baseball get ghost runners? Never. They don't have ghost runners. I think maybe you don't know what ghost runners are. Ghost runner is an invisible runner in backyard baseball when you don't have enough players to put on the bases. Baseball doesn't have ghost runners. And when it goes to extra innings, they start the inning with a runner on second, but it's not a ghost runner. It's an actual runner that's there. You can see him. He's not invisible. Lane Kiffin has never won a single playoff game as a head coach. Dang. He's never even coached in one. He's 0 for 0. Oh, Notre Dame trolls are here. Do you see Pete Golding at Ole Miss long term? If he wins, yeah. If he wins. He bought himself a couple of years by winning a couple of playoff games. I mean, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. He's got the 2 biggest wins in Ole Miss program history over the last 50 years. It's up to 6.5 now. Michigan minus 6.5. Uconn plus 6.5. Georgia can't beat Notre Dame. Georgia's 3-1 against Notre Dame all time because they picked up their ball and went home. How crazy is it in the 21st century, unless Michigan wins today, that Florida is the only school to have both titles in football and boys basketball? Someone told me that Notre Dame only missed the playoffs because ESPN couldn't air their game if they win. Yeah, that retarded Notre Dame fan said that. He's mentally handicapped. NIT, is it over yet? Yeah, it ended yesterday. Notre Dame is a lacrosse school. Notre Dame lost only 2 games that mattered on their schedule. Yeah. And if they do that again this year, they'll miss the playoffs again. They better beat either BYU or Miami. Did you hear Bryce Underwear has crazy aura and looks great handing the ball off? Yes, I did see that on Twitter. You bet on the NHL. Sometimes if there's nothing else to bet on, but it's a last resort. Odds on Bill Rafferty making it through the second half without stroking out. I don't know who that is, so I wouldn't be able to give odds on that. Why is Florida so bad at football now? Bad coaching hires and bad administration for a while, too. I heard the same thing about Raiola. Summerall's a solid hire, though. Napier was a solid hire. Every single Florida fan on the planet told me that when he was hired. So everybody's a solid hire until they start losing games. I mean, you might be right. I don't know. The Auburn versus Florida football game is going to be good. Yeah, that's a big game for both of those schools. New coaches at both places. Terrible fucking programs the last 4 or 5 years. Both think they can get it turned around, and that's the first SEC game for both schools this year, week 3. It's going to be a massive game. Big advantage for Auburn that it's in Auburn. I do think Florida is probably the better team, but Auburn has the more known commodity at quarterback, and they play at home. It's going to be an interesting game. I'll tell you this, the loser of that game, you might not see their fans on the internet for the rest of the season after that. Best Oklahoma quarterback in the last 25 years? Fuck, I don't know. They've had a bunch of them. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray. Even Jalen Hurts had a pretty good year there. I don't know that I remember the quarterbacks prior to that, prior to the Lincoln Riley era. I'd have to go back and look them up. I mean, Baker Mayfield was pretty good. I fucking hated him. A giant crybaby. I couldn't stand him, but he was pretty good. Yeah, Sam Bradford was good, yeah. Michigan minus 6.5. Should we do it? Fuck it, let's do it. Or do y'all want to take Uconn plus 3.5? Y'all want Michigan minus 6.5 or Uconn plus 6.5? What are we gonna do? Michigan minus 6.5 or Uconn plus 6.5? Michigan minus 6.5 was the first one I saw. All right. We'll see. Yeah, Uconn does have a habit of doing crazy things in the second half of these games, so we'll see. We will see. Anybody want to go to Vegas? I ask y'all every fucking day. What's up, Lou? Watched your video on the dumbest Notre Dame fan ever. That man broke the 5-star dummy. Man hit platinum. He's a platinum dummy. Good to see you in here, Matt. Get guys out. That Notre Dame guy's out of his mind, man. Got to get some shit done before bed. Have a good night, Lou. Hope you get paid. Yeah, appreciate you hanging out, man. We'll see you next time. Sparty wants to keep their status as last team to win Natty and B-ball. Haven't been to Vegas in forever. I'm due for another trip. Let's go. You want to go? When you want to go? Tomorrow? Next week? What? 2 weeks? What? When you want to go? Is Mississippi State the most irrelevant team in the SEC? Arkansas right now, I think, is the worst program in the SEC. Whenever the plane ticket is the cheapest. I hear you there. What airport would you be flying out of? We'll check the prices for you. What's the closest airport to you? Good morning, Lou. Cooking some tacos right now. A little late to be cooking tacos, ain't it? And plus, today is Monday, man. Tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. What are you doing? I'm too leveraged in the markets to gamble in Vegas right now. Need this war to end. Uh-oh. You down bad, ain't you? Arkansas makes the second weekend in basketball and matters in baseball. I swing trade so the war doesn't hurt me too bad. You don't ever lose money in the stock market unless you sell. Remember that. You don't actually lose anything until you sell. You don't actually make anything either until you sell. But the problem is it takes a lot longer to make up the loss than it did to lose it. That's the problem. Because you got to basically make back twice what you lost from a percentage standpoint. You know, let's say you have $100 in stock and it goes down 50%. Well, that $100 is now worth $50 because it went down 50%, right? If it goes up 50%, 50% of 50 is 25. Now it's worth $75. You see what I'm saying? It takes a lot longer to make it back than it does to lose it. Something goes down, you got $100, it goes down 50%, now you're at 50. You now have to double it just to get it back to where it was. If it went down 50%, you didn't stop loss, you should never trade another stock ever. Your average person is not trading stocks at all, Michael Fortenberry. They've got money in a 401k or a Roth IRA or something like that. They're not managing their money on a daily basis. If you've got $100,000 or $1 million in your 401k and the stock market goes down 50%, you've now got $500,000. But to get back to $1 million, you need way more than a 50% increase. You need a 100% increase just to make up the 50% that you lost. It's almost impossible. That's why when the market crashes, people can't retire. Back in 2007, 2008, when the housing market collapsed and the stock market crashed, you had people that their entire life savings in 2007 was $1 million in the market. They woke up one day in 2008, and instead of having $1 million, they only had $500,000. They couldn't retire. They had to work another 3 years. I mean, if you're day trading, or even if you're managing your own portfolio of, say, however many stocks, then yeah, you can do stop losses or whatever else in case something happens while you're not sitting in front of the computer and you to see the stock tanking. But your average person in the market is not managing their money individually. It's in a 401k or an IRA. Still waiting on the start of the second half here. Nothing yet. Right, Burger? Stock market fucked me just like gambling. 34 got shit to show for it. Listen, first of all, you should never take any advice from me on anything, probably. But I'm working until I die. That's my retirement plan. I'm working until I die. That's my retirement plan. I would rather have fun, do what I want to do, go where I want to go, do things with my kids, take them places, do this or that now when I'm 47 years old and able to do it, than to have $10 million in the bank when I'm 80. That's just me. Now, most people don't view it that way. You know, they're digging ditches for 40 years and their entire goal is to turn 62 and find a way to live off of $30,000 a year, you know, payout from their 401k. And that there's nothing wrong with that either, but that's not what I'm doing. You know, these people, they don't go on vacations for 40 fucking years because they're, oh, I got to put this in my 401k, or I got to buy this stock or that stock so that when I'm 80, so that when you're 80, you can do what? What? Never mind all these people that they spend their whole life nickel and dime and then they die when they're 64. Not me, bud. Not me. Social Security's on its way out. Well, people have been saying that forever. Who knows? I don't know. If I get Social Security, I get it. I'm not relying on it. I mean, I'm just going to work till I die. Texas to the Natty this year. I think they got a shot. I think they're going to be really good. Oil is the winning stock right now. No, oil would have been the winning stock 6 weeks ago. Texas versus Tennessee game of the year? I don't know about that, bud. I mean, I'm excited for that game, but I don't think that cracks the radar of game of the year. The housing market is crazy. The housing market in this country is fucked beyond repair. It's completely fucked. The housing market. All right, second half underway. We've got Michigan minus 6.5. Let's see what happens. They're up 3. Uconn gets the ball first. Dribbling around the perimeter, up towards the free throw line, dishes it out to the wing for 3. No good off the front of the rim, and State Trooper Gargatchewit gets the rebound. Full court pass all the way down to the other end, and a foul on Uconn. Michigan will be shooting 2. Art's going to whoop them Buckeyes. It's going to be a good game. I think it's got a chance to be almost a total opposite of what we saw last year in that game. I wouldn't be surprised if both those teams get into the 30s in that game, at least the 20s. What was it last year? 14-7, something weird like that. I think you're going to see some points in that one this year. Lou, did we make a mistake hiring DeBoer? No. There's nobody you could have hired that would have kept you at the same level you were at. This is my only issue with Alabama fans as it relates to Kalen DeBoer is, and I'm not even saying you in particular, but just some Alabama fans in general thought that Alabama was just going to keep humming along like nothing happened. You can't spend 10 years telling anybody that'll listen that Nick Saban's the greatest coach in the history of coaching and then lose that coach and expect people to believe that whoever you hire is going to keep you at the same level you were at. That was an unrealistic expectation that some Alabama fans had. He's played for the SEC championship game in one of his 2 years. He's made the playoffs in one of his 2 years. Welcome to the life of every other college football fan on the planet over the last 15 years. That we all deal with that. Georgia hasn't made the playoffs every single year. They've made it what, 4 of the last 5. Ohio State, have they made the playoffs every year? Not the 4 team. They made so like I don't know what Alabama fans thought was gonna happen. But what's happening is about what I thought would happen. Kalen DeBoer would come in and be a pretty good coach, but not as good as Saban, because nobody's as good as Saban, and therefore the results aren't going to be the same. Now, they got some obvious red flags that they got to get fixed. It's inexcusable that Alabama can't run the ball. That's embarrassing. I do think it's become a troll, the whole Alabama is soft thing that people throw around on the internet. Whether soft is the word you want to use or not, I do think that there's some West Coast sort of attitude that has trickled into the Alabama football program because you brought in a head coach and an offensive coordinator from the West Coast. And what a coincidence, 2 years in, you're the worst rushing team in the SEC. How's that possible at Alabama? How's that possible? Offensive line full of NFL players, 4- and 5-star running backs, can't run the fucking ball. Why? Why? I mean, I think I know why. Michigan's up 4, 35-31, 17:40 to go. Now, that doesn't mean he can't turn it around. He can, but it's going to take a purposeful effort and an emphasis on the running game. And that's something they obviously didn't have last year. You can't stack the roster and retain guys like the Saban era. Yeah, well, Georgia can't do that either, but yet somehow they made the playoffs both years in the 12-team playoff. Alabama didn't. So you can blame it on that if you want, or you can admit the obvious, which is no matter how good DeBoer is, he's not as good as Saban. And you're just not going to make the playoffs every year. It is what it is. You might not make the playoffs this year, Bama. You got a brand new quarterback. You have no idea. Without Ty Simpson last year, Alabama's a 500 team. Because you couldn't run the ball. Ryan Williams was on a milk carton 60% of the season at wide receiver. Ty Simpson was the only reason you did anything at all last year. Nobody wants to score in the second half. 35-31, Michigan still with a 4-point lead. Uconn with the ball. Stolen by Uconn in the lane. Now Michigan wants to slow it down here. Out of bounds off Michigan. It's going to be a turnover, Uconn's ball. The Ryan Williams fall off was insane. What would frustrate the shit out of me if I was an Alabama fan about Ryan Williams is when he decides to show up, he's the best player on the field. The guy is a human highlight machine. 3 games a year. What happens to him the rest of the time? I've got no idea. It's probably got something to do with his fucking cuddle bear and his painted fingernails and all that. Now he's changed his name. You know, it's one of these deals where he's got 19 different last names now. I don't know what's going on. Well, I don't know what's going on with that guy. He's obviously talented. He's probably one of the 5 most talented wide receivers in all of college football. But holy shit, the guy shows up once a month. Where's he at the rest of the time? I mean, the guy disappears. Michigan with a chance for a 3-point play. Layup was good and he was fouled. The money has ruined Ryan Williams. I don't know if that's the cause of what's going on with Ryan Williams, but I'm 100% certain that we are going to see college football players in the NIL era who never reach their full talent and potential because they're being paid in college. That's just part of the bad that you're going to have to accept with the good. One of the things that used to make college football players try so hard was, getting to the NFL, but getting to the NFL so they could feed their family, take care of their family, take care of their parents. A lot of these football players come from poor areas, were raised in poverty, and that can provide a lot of motivation. Nowadays, you got kids that are millionaires the day they sign with a college, and some of them are going to continue to work and grind and all that sort of thing, but you're going to have some players who get that money and, Ryan Williams. Maybe that's what it. I don't know that that's what it is with Ryan Williams, but it's a possibility. Uconn turned it over again. Michigan's up 7, and they just missed 2 layups in a row. Michigan did. Wow, chance to go up 9, and they blew it. 38-31. Uconn can't score in the second half. 15:45 to go. 38-31. Michigan with a 7-point lead. Uconn has the ball, dribbles it into the lane, rejected. Uconn gets the rebound. Long 3, no good. Uconn would rebound again, and the layup is good. Finally, Uconn scores. 38-33, 5-point lead for Michigan. Florida State will barely make a bowl game with a 6-6 record, and Mike Norvell will still be there in 2027. I do think it's possible Florida State wins somewhere between 6 and 8 games, but that might, if they win 8, keeping Mike Norvell is not the right thing to do, no matter how many games. Florida State could go 10-2. I still think they should fire Mike Norvell. Lou, do you watch the Masters? I'll watch a little of it. Yeah, I'm not. A lot of people in Augusta pretend to be diehard golf fans this week every year. I see them on Facebook. They have no golf posts all year, and then every year during Masters Week, every post is about whatever player. Or, I don't do that, but I will watch a little of it. The Patriot. We're going to stream this weekend on Patreon. The Masters. So if y'all want to hang out and watch some Masters this weekend, we'll be over on Patreon doing that. The Patreon link's in the description of the video, by the way. FSU is bankrupt. Yeah, they're $500 million in debt. Commercial break in the game, and I got to pee. I'll be right back. What time is it? 10:21. The lady should be home soon. Let's call her. Oh, she's here. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. The lady just got home. She had her first day of Michigan's up 8. She had her first day of phlebotomy training today. And turns out they have Friends and Family Day in a couple of weeks where you can bring people up there and stab them with a needle. Should I do that? If I do that, I'm going to record it. If I do that, I'm going to record it. I'll go up there and I'll record the lady stabbing me with a needle and put it on YouTube. So sorry about that, but she's been gone since like 5 o'clock this afternoon, and today was her first day, so I had to go see how it went. Yeah, Michigan just hit a 3. They're blowing it open. Now we're looking good on the Michigan 6.5. Looks like we're on the right side so far. So maybe we'll hit another one. Ballard pulled a Bo Baker on his live stream. He went to sleep on his own live stream? Did FSU sue anyone for not making the NCAA tournament this year? No, but you know, their basketball team did sue Florida State last year. Was it last year or the year before? Florida State's own basketball team sued them last year or the year before, and right in the middle of all the other FSU lawsuits that they were doing. The Pope isn't in the tournament. Yeah, I don't think he is. I think you're right on that. I got to take a test here due by 12 a.m. What do you might want to get started there, bud. Nothing like waiting until the last minute. Michigan has been best team by eye test all season. 150 people in here and only 8. Yeah, y'all make sure you hit the thumbs up. It doesn't take any effort or energy on your part, but that is a big help. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Also, shout out to PrizePicks. They're sponsoring a live stream tonight. Make sure you download the PrizePicks app. The link is in the description down below. Use promo code HMA, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Build your lineup. Make yourself some money watching sports. You're picking more or less on player stats. Stack your picks. Let's support the people that are helping to support the channel. Download the PrizePicks app. And it's available all over. It's available all over the place. And they have team picks now, too. So you don't have to just do the player props, you know? You can pick winners, spreads, over-unders. They have it all over there on PrizePicks. Make sure you check them out. This team is better than the Fab Five. The thing that made the Fab Five cool was that they were all freshmen. And that was extremely unusual. Hell, that would be unusual today. Yeah, they were all 18 years old. Now these teams are riddled with 24-year-olds in a lot of cases. Yeah, Michigan looking good. Heupel's done a great job at Tennessee. Yeah, he pulled them out of the gutter. He has pulled them out of the gutter. Michigan is too good. Yeah, I hope they keep pouring it on. We got Michigan -6. We pushed on our first half bet. We had Michigan -4 in the first half. That was a push. Now we're on Michigan -6.5 full game. No, -7.5. We're on -7.5. What was the deal with the Huskies head coach and the Gamecocks head coach? You talking about in the women's game? I'm not sure. I saw the clip of it floating around, but I don't really know what started it. I don't keep up with women's basketball at all, so I don't really know what started it or what all that was about. I just saw the clip where they were arguing with each other. 11-point lead for Michigan. Uconn with the ball. Long three-pointer. No good. But Uconn grabs the rebound. Foul on Michigan. Uconn will be shooting too. Not sure Heupel will ever win a title at Tennessee. I'm sure they won't. Uconn has never lost a national title game. I guess they are tonight. It looks that way. Michigan looks unbeatable in the tournament. What you doing, Berg? What you chewing on? What you got over here? What you chewing on, dude? You find you a snack somewhere? Huh? Gonna find you a snack somewhere, dude? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? And Burger? A Burger? Yeah, a good girl, Berg. You're a good girl. Uconn made the first free throw, 48-38. They trail by 10. Here's the second free throw, drains it. Still a 9-point lead for Michigan, and they've got the ball. 12-19 to go in the game. I think the closest game they've had was against a 16 seed. Why is Missouri always so overrated in the preseason? Weren't they like in the top 10 in 24 or 25? No, they weren't in the top 10, but I mean, they've won 9 or 10 games a couple of years in a row, but a lot of that has been a scheduling fluke. I don't think they've been very good. I don't think they were one of the best 25 teams in the country either of the last 2 years. And yeah, I know they beat Ohio State, but almost everybody in the SEC not named Texas beats Ohio State like a drum every time they play them. Ohio State's got like 7 or 8 wins all time against the SEC. All time. Going back 100 years. They've got like 7 or 8 wins against the SEC. 3 of them are against Texas in the last year and a half. Texas is a fucking embarrassment. I don't give a shit if Florida ever wins another game, but not saying Missouri is bad, but on college football 25, they were ranked number 10. Yet that doesn't mean anything. College on a video game? Nobody gives a shit about no video game. That doesn't mean anything. Michigan can't make anything. What? They're making plenty of shots in this game. Michigan sucks in college football, so that's why Michigan fans are pretending they care about college basketball. Commercial break on the game now. I didn't bet any baseball games tonight. Twins are up on the Tigers 7-3. Rangers up 2-1 over the Mariners. Rockies up 9-4 over the Astros. Angels up 2-1 over the Braves. Giants up 2-0 over the Phillies. Josh Heupel has never beaten Georgia. Facts. Georgia's beat Tennessee 9 years in a row. Georgia hadn't lost to Tennessee since 2016. Tennessee catches a break this year, though. They don't have to play Georgia. How many of these baseball games are pointless tonight? Almost all of them. You got a 162-game regular season. No one game means anything at all. Are the Cubs playing? I think they played earlier. Yeah, they lost to Tampa Bay 6-4. Will I bet on the Masters? I'm going to bet on the Masters on PrizePicks. You can pick the winner. You can pick the winner of the Masters over on PrizePicks. Let's pull it up. See on the top right there where it says players? You click on that, go to teams, and that's where you can pick the the winner of the game, the spread. Here's the live line right here on the Michigan deal. But we're looking for golf. Here's the odds on the golf deal. So Scotty Scheffler's the favorite. John Rahm. I might take, maybe I'll take a chance on Rory or Bryson DeChambeau. I don't like betting the favorite. That's no fun. I don't like, I mean, yeah, you can bet Scheffler. I'm going to bet Bryson DeChambeau. And I'll either do, should I do Bryson DeChambeau or Rory? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll do, maybe we'll do that tomorrow night on the call-in show. We'll do it live maybe on the call-in show. Pick a winner for the Masters. Michigan back up 9, 50-41. Just under 10 minutes to go in the game now. I don't see Rory defending. Yeah, always hard to repeat. People just mad Notre Dame can manage being independent while your schools aren't relevant enough to survive being independent. Yep, being independent has won you nothing since the late 1900s, but it appears to be working out really well for Notre Dame, the whole independent deal. They haven't won anything since last century. Winless in conference championship games, winless in BCS national title games, winless in playoff national title games. We literally haven't won anything since 1988. So yeah, being independent is working out great for Notre Dame. Still a 9-point lead. It's weird how Notre Dame is in a conference for every sport but football. Yeah. Notre Dame pretends the reason they're independent is because they value their principles and it's their tradition and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, they're in a conference in every other sport. They're only independent in football so that they can handpick their own schedule every single year. Michigan misses a 3, but they get the rebound. Still up 9, 50-41. Down low in the paint now. Up and under. Stolen by Uconn. Looking to run. Up and good. Uconn has cut the lead to 7 with 9 minutes to go. 50-43. I live in Massachusetts. All New Englanders hate Uconn. Dang. Why? Michigan with the ball up 7. 3-pointer. Air ball. Wow, that was dog shit from Michigan there. How do you air ball it? Dude, are you on scholarship or what the fuck, man? How do you shoot an air ball? That's pitiful. A wide open 3 and you air ball it? That's piss fucking poor, man. Summerall will be the first-year coaches to make the playoffs at their new school. That's not even a competent English sentence, but if you're trying to say that Summerall will be the first coach to make the playoffs in his first year at a school, you're wrong. That's not true at all. Even if he made the playoffs in his first year, he wouldn't be the first to do it, so you're just dead wrong per normal. Uconn up and in. Now a 5-point game. Uconn coming back here. Giving us a reason to stay interested. You know they're going to make us sweat this thing down with the Michigan -7.5. Ha ha ha, you are laughing as usual. Yeah, every time you're in here, we're laughing, bud. Why do you think that is? Have you figured that out yet? Stolen by Michigan. Alley-oop to the state trooper. And that big gargantuan galoot slams it down back to a 7-point lead for Michigan. 7.5 minutes to go, 52-45. Standard is a brand of toilet, so Notre Dame is definitely that kind of standard. Lou, I thought you said you only bet the first half. We put a live bet in at halftime. I asked the chat what to do. They told me, so I did it. Uconn for 3, no good. Out of bounds off Uconn. Going to be Michigan's ball here, but timeout on the floor with 7:16 to go. Good guys up 7. Notre Dame is the biggest joke in college football. Irish, prestigious, and the class of college football. You can't be the class of college football if you haven't won anything since last century. It just doesn't work that way. Come on, Michigan. My bracket is riding on this. I think you're safe if all you need to do is have Michigan win. Both teams are playing good defense. Yeah. That's what makes the NBA playoffs so good compared to the regular season. In the regular season, they don't even try to play defense. It's basically just a 2-hour 3-point contest, regular season NBA games. But in the playoffs, they get serious. I need a season prediction for Arkansas. I'm not going to do prediction videos till the end of May, beginning of June. But Arkansas will be on the list for sure. Of course, you already know they're going to be dog shit because they hired Ryan Silverfield, and he's on Uncle Lou's doo-doo list. In fact, he's at the very top of my doo-doo list. I am going to give Ryan Silverfield an amount of grief never before seen on the internet. I'm just here to warn you now. I'm going to take extreme pleasure this year in every Arkansas loss. It's nothing against you. I like you. You've been around a long time. But Ryan Silverfield ran his fat fucking mouth about shit that he didn't have nothing to do with him. And now it's time to pay the Lou. So, fuck the Piper. Ryan Silverfield's going to have to pay the Lou. He's going to get verbal beatings almost every single weekend of the college football season, especially when Georgia beats them by 40. I can't wait for that. All you people that always say, where are the hype and hate videos? Can you start making the hype and hate videos again? Georgia versus Arkansas will be a hype and hate video for the ages. That I can promise you. Yeah, I'm sure I'll do Vandy. The way the prediction videos work is around the middle of May, I'll put a post up on my Patreon page that says, list the teams you want me to do a prediction video for. And everybody on Patreon leaves a comment of which team they want me to do. And every day when I sit down to do a prediction video, into May, beginning of June, into July is when I do them. I go to the Patreon page and I just pick a team off the list. Once I finish the list on Patreon, then I move on to whatever teams are left. But I'm sure I'll get to Vandy and Arkansas. Seven-point lead for Michigan with 7:16 to go, 52-45. Everyone's afraid to play Notre Dame. You know how you know when a team is afraid to play somebody? They back out of the game and refuse to play, like Notre Dame did against BYU last year. That's how you know. That's what afraid looks like. When a game is scheduled and it's supposed to be played in 3 weeks, and one of the teams goes, "We're not playing," that's how you know a team is scared. Do you do any group of 5 teams? Not unless they're on the list on Patreon. Lou, what about the gym? I don't know what you're asking. What about it? Are you asking about some gym in particular? I really don't know what you're asking there. No one's afraid of Notre Dame except for Lincoln Riley and Southern Cal. They're not afraid of Notre Dame. They offered to play Notre Dame in the first month of the season. Notre Dame said no. Vandy has a true freshman QB. Yeah, Jared Curtis, 5-star. The only time I like Notre Dame is when they had those 2 monster tight ends. Lou would have a huge crash out if Arkansas beats Georgia. Yes. Uconn air ball on a jump hook. Michigan with the ball, still up 7, 52-45, 6.5 to go. Off the glass, no good, but fouled. Michigan will be shooting 2. Fearless Leader, what's up, buddy? You were a gentleman and a scholar on Twitter today. Gundam helmet guy. I don't get accused very often of being a scholar or a gentleman. So I will take that compliment kindly. Thank you. I appreciate that. I bet you won't do a predictions video on Rutgers. Not unless somebody on Patreon asks. In no realm is Arky beating Georgia. College football needs to be regional. Conferences is what makes this awkward. If Notre Dame decided they won't play against Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State every year, then I'm calling them soft. Can someone explain to me the hype around this Levitt kid? Concerned LSU fan. Yeah, he had a really good season 2 years ago. Arizona State was in the playoffs and he had a good year. Last year he was hurt most of the year. Now, I don't think he's the type of quarterback. The thing about that Arizona State team, they had the best run defense in the Big 12. One of the best run defenses in the country. And they had Cam Scatterbo at running back and an NFL wide receiver. Now, Sam Leavitt wasn't bad, but he's also not the type of player that's going to single-handedly win games for you. He needs talent around him. Now, he'll have that at LSU. LSU might not have a running back as talented as Cam Scatterbo, but as a whole, he'll have way more talent around him at LSU than he had at Arizona State. I don't think Sam Leavitt will lose games for LSU, which is what happened with what's his name. He kept turning the ball over. And what was that guy's name? The quarterback for LSU last couple of years. The thing about him, interceptions, but at the worst possible time. What was his fucking name? Nussmeier. Yeah, Nussmeier. And then he was so bad at the beginning of last year, LSU fans tried to pretend he was hurt. We're like, no, he's just dog shit, bud. You know what I mean? Sam Leavitt won't do that. He won't lose games for you. He's got a ton of experience in high-level games. I mean, the guy played in conference championship games. He's played in the playoffs. And he's played well. And he'll have a ton of talent around him at LSU. Nine-point lead for Michigan. Uconn with the ball after missing that free throw. They got the rebound. Puts up a 3, no good. Michigan with the rebound. 54-45, just under 6 minutes to go now. Michigan underneath, off the glass, and in. 11-point lead now for Michigan, 56-45. Cignetti is the real deal. Indiana going to be around for a while. Yeah, Cignetti knows what he's doing. My favorite thing about Kurt Cignetti is his ability to evaluate talent, specifically out of the portal. We haven't really seen 3 for Uconn is good. Makes it an 8-point game. We haven't really had a chance yet to see how well the players that he's recruited are going to play. You'll probably start to see that this year and then, of course, next year too. But when it comes to identifying talent out of the portal, the guy hits home runs. He's like Lane Kiffin that way. I think Cignetti and Lane Kiffin are the 2 best coaches in the country at finding talent in the portal that's not obvious. In other words, when Caleb Downs at Alabama hits the portal, any idiot on the planet can go, oh, wow, Caleb Downs is going to be really good. I hope we get him, right? Nobody was talking about fucking Mendoza. You know, Cignetti goes out and gets him. Trinidad Chambliss at Ole Miss. he finds these diamonds in the rough that are sort of lost in these forgotten football programs somewhere, brings them into Indiana, and makes them look like 5-star All-Americans. It's unbelievable. And they're so well coached. I said this all year last year about Indiana. When you watch Indiana, it's not like they have, I mean, they have good players, clearly. You got to have good players. But nothing really jumps out like, oh my God, this guy is amazing and unbelievable, and he's going to the NFL Hall of Fame and blah, blah, blah. It's just everybody on that team is good and plays up to their potential, whatever that potential is. There's no letdowns. There's no holding penalties. There's no offsides. There's no false start. There's no interceptions. There's no fumbles. It's like playing, somebody was talking about the NCAA video game earlier. Watching Indiana play is like playing that NCAA football game on Heisman difficulty. They don't make any fucking mistakes. It's amazing what he's done at Indiana. It's unbelievable. Now, am I going to pick them to win the Natty this year? No. They lost a lot off of last year's team, and the reality is, it's just really, I mean, it's hard to win one Natty. It's next to impossible to win back-to-back Natties, right, Ohio State fans? It's really hard to win back-to-back Natties. Not just any program can win back-to-back Natties. It takes a special level of talent, coaching, and commitment to win back-to-back Natties. That's not for everybody. You need a world-class YouTuber tooting your horn to even have a chance at back-to-back Natties. And let's face it, Ohio State ain't got no Uncle Lou's. And Indiana damn sure ain't got none. So I'm not picking Indiana. I think Indiana's likely to make the playoffs again. I think they're going to be really good. But, you know, I didn't pick Georgia to win back-to-back Natties. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to win back-to-back Natties. It happened once in the 2000s, once in the 2010s, and it's already happened once in the 2020s. So it's just not likely to happen again. Well, it's never likely to happen, but so I won't be picking Indiana to win the Natty. Indiana is also Uconn for 3. Boy, I'm telling you, we're in the last 5 minutes, and you better watch some of this shit with Uconn. Uconn looks like a different team in the last 5 minutes. 7-point lead for Michigan. I forgot what I was saying now. Michigan with the ball up 7, 10 seconds on the shot clock, 4:15 to go in the game. Into the lane, fouled. Michigan goes to the free throw line, shooting 2. I'm done with the schedule videos. I'm sure I'll do a video on Alabama sometime in the next whatever. Something will come up and I'll do a video about Alabama. But as far as just putting their schedule on the screen and going through it, I'm done with those videos for this year. The prediction videos, if those don't come out till May or June, I'll do an Alabama prediction video. That'll be May or June. If Alabama were to announce a starting quarterback, yeah, that I would do a video on that. Or maybe even when spring practice wraps up, I might do a video on the Alabama quarterback. I'm curious to see what they do. It's hard to turn down experience, and that's what Austin Mack has. But man, I think Keelan Russell's ceiling is so much higher than Austin Mack's. I don't see how you don't play Keelan Russell in year 2. It feels like if you don't play Keelan Russell this year, you're going to lose him. So I don't know. I'm leaning towards Alabama starting Keelan Russell, but Austin Mack's been with DeBoer and Ryan Grubb for a long time, going back to his days at Washington. So we'll see which way they go. Do an Alabama schedule video. Don't fucking tell me what to do. I just got done saying I'm not doing one. Don't tell me what to do. Uconn spin move, dishes it underneath, off the glass, foul. Uconn goes to the free throw line down 9 with 3:48 to go. Commercial break, 9-point game with a little over 3 minutes to go. Call-in show tomorrow. Don't forget about that. Call-in show tomorrow. We'll start around 8. I'll start sometime between 8 and 9 o'clock. Call-in show. Imagine how crazy you would have told someone if in 2015 they had told you Indiana would win a natty in 10 years. You'd have locked them up in the loony bin. You'd have locked them up in a nervous hospital if somebody told you. I mean, Indiana was the losingest program in college football history. If you'd have told somebody in 2015 they were going to be a top 5 program in 10 years, you'd have got laughed off the internet. Matt Griffin, what's up, buddy? How you been, man? How's the wife? Y'all doing good? Good to see you in here, man. Still with a commercial break. I'm getting hungry. We had pizza for dinner, but I ate it like 6 o'clock. Okay, good. Yeah. Tell the missus I said hey. Y'all need to make it back to one of these trips. Boy, y'all missed a wild one in Nashville. Mac, holy moly, buddy. Holy moly. That Nashville trip made Panama City feel like a Sunday school class. It was wild, buddy. Are you worried about Ole Miss for Georgia? I think it'll be a great game, yeah. I think Ole Miss will be good. We'll see how Pete Golding does. It's one thing to be named head coach or whatever and have to coach in the playoffs, and he did a great job. Another thing altogether to be in charge for now an entire offseason heading into the season. We'll see how he handles it. But obviously getting Trinidad Chambliss and Kejuan Lacey back is a huge plus. That's arguably the best quarterback-running back duo in the SEC. Bama fans chase Golding out of Tuscaloosa with pitchforks. Yeah, they hated him. They absolutely hated him. Yeah, Kejuan Lacey's back at running back, and of course Trinidad Chambliss back at quarterback because the Mississippi State courts gave him never-ending eligibility. All right, getting ready to get back underway. 3:48 to go. Michigan's up 9. We've got Michigan minus 7.5. We had Michigan minus 4 in the first half. That was a push, so we didn't win, didn't lose. We also had under 69 points in the first half. We hit that. So we're 1-0 basically betting this game today. Obviously, we would like to go 2-0 if Michigan can find a way to close this thing out by at least 8 points. Uconn made both free throws. It's now a 7-point game. Michigan 60, Uconn 53, 3:48 to go. Michigan inbounds. Full court press from Uconn. Now they back off. Michigan takes it across half court. 3:35 to go. Out of bounds off Uconn. Michigan's going to keep the ball. 16 seconds on the shot clock. 3:35 to go. College football is just minor leagues now. It's always been that, really. It's just now the players get paid. $3:30 to go, 10 seconds on the shot clock for Michigan. Probably going to see a three-pointer here. Dribbles into the lane. Better get the shot off. Blocked. Turnover from Michigan. Uconn has the ball back. 3:15 to go. They're down 7. Uconn's coach is standing 2 feet out on the court. And now Uconn turns the ball right back over. Michigan's going to get it back here. Still a 7-point lead for Michigan. 3:02 to go. Are there any rules in basketball? UConn's head coach is standing 2 or 3 feet out onto the court. .255 to go. Michigan with the ball, up 7. Come on, Michigan. Put it away here. Passes it. Defensive foul on UConn. A little too rough there. 2:45 to go. Michigan still up 7 with the ball. 150 days till college football. It won't be long. It's a long off season, but we do our best around here to make it go by as quick as we can. I stream pointless sporting events like this as much as I can during the off season just to hang out with you guys. And thing you have to remember, no matter what sporting event is on, if I'm live streaming and the title of the video says, NBA playoff game or whatever it is, we're going to be talking college football in the chat. So you might not be interested in whatever sporting event it is that's on while we're streaming, but the chat is always college football. I missed the 4-team playoff. I like the 12-team playoff. I don't like the calendar. I don't like how spread out it is, 10, 12 days between every game. I don't like that. But I do like 12 teams getting in. The World Cup helps college football come back faster. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming a lot of World Cup. I love the World Cup. I'm not a very big soccer fan in general, especially club soccer. I don't watch any club soccer or team soccer, but I do like international soccer. And, of course, it's always fun to root for the United States in anything, right? Long 3 from UConn. Drained it. 6-point game, 62-56. 2:20 to go. Michigan inbounds the ball. .215 to go. 6-point lead for Michigan. We need some points, Michigan. Come on now. Turnover. Fast break, UConn. Missed the layup, though. Wow, Michigan caught a break there. Could have been a 4-point game. Michigan into the lane. Now kicks it out for 3. Bang! Let's go! Big 3 there. Back to a 9-point lead. 1:49 to go. Just under 2 minutes. Michigan up 9. Lou, no one cares about basketball. Well, that's not really true. There are some diehard college basketball fans out there. Now, college baseball, yeah, nobody gives a fuck about college baseball. Anybody that says they do is just pretending. No, college baseball is pointless. But there are some people there are some diehard college basketball fans. What's up?
Do you know how many episodes you watched last night?
You're enough to where you ain't going to catch up in the next 30 minutes. So you might as well start watching. What are you barking at, man? It's too late for that. You need to pipe down. What about the CFL? Canadian Football League? Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I think the last time I watched the Canadian Football League was when Johnny Manziel got kicked out of the NFL and some Canadian league picked him up and they made a big deal about it. I think I might have watched some of that game. That's probably the only time I've ever watched Canadian football. More people care about college softball than baseball. That's true. Women, the women's women's softball college World Series does better numbers than the men's baseball World Series. Hell, the Little League World Series every summer does better numbers than college baseball. College baseball is stupid. All the best players get drafted out of high school and are playing minor league baseball. Long 3, UConn, no good, but they get the rebound. Missed the layup. Get it a second time, and they're fouled. All the best high school players get drafted out of high school and are either playing in the majors or the minor leagues. The leftovers go play college, and for no reason at all, they play with aluminum bats. It just doesn't make any sense. Have you heard they're going to draft high school per Ryan Day? Well, they're not going to draft high school. Ryan Day said he wants a high school draft. That's never going to happen. That is never going to. There's never going to be a scenario where a college football head coach is telling a high schooler where he has to go to college. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. That's another one of these silly ass Ryan Day pipe dreams, like moving to hash marks and whatever other dumb shit he comes up with. 7-point lead for Michigan. They've got the ball. 1:15 to go. They're up 7. We've got Michigan minus 7.5. So it's going to come down to the wire for us here. They're going to get Uconn with a foul. Is Michigan in the bonus? Are they going to be shooting free throws here? Baseball is great in person. Now that I will buy. You know, you take a couple of your buddies or whatever, you go spend the day at the ballpark. You know, even minor league baseball games are fun to go to. Major league, those games are fun to go to. But it is an in-person sport to me, baseball. It's unwatched. I don't like watching it on TV. It's unwatchable on TV. You talk with the major leagues, the season is way too long, 162 games. I mean, can you imagine being invested in baseball like to the extent that I'm invested in college football? I mean, the amount of time that you have to dedicate and devote to that is just insanity. How many regular season games even matter in Major League Baseball? It's just, but yeah, going to a game, taking your kid to a game, you know, you got a son or whatever, you take him to the ball game. I've done that. I've done that. Took my son to a game at Mets Stadium in New York, taking him to Truist Park for the Braves game, taking him to minor league baseball games here in town. I mean, that can be fun. But watching it on baseball or college baseball, no. College baseball is pointless. Completely pointless. 9-point lead for Michigan. UConn's got the ball, under a minute to go. For 3. No good. Foul on Michigan, I believe, on the rebound. 53.5 seconds to go. Michigan's up 9. The Little League World Series is awesome. Yeah. All right, Matt. Take it easy, man. See y'all next time. FSU is number 5 in baseball. Yeah, I don't have any idea who the good teams or the bad teams are. I pay zero attention to college baseball. I couldn't tell you who's good. Georgia could be the best team in the country or the worst. I've got no idea. I don't pay attention at all. College baseball is great. Yeah, you're in a very small minority there with that opinion. I mean, of course, anybody's free to like whatever they want. And I'm not going to tell you not to like college baseball, but very few people on a percentage give a shit about college baseball, which is why the games don't come on TV. And I don't know, it's not on the level, obviously, of college football. It's not even anywhere near college basketball. It's probably below women's college basketball. Seven-point lead for Michigan. Another timeout. You know they got to milk the last minute of this game. You know how the last minute of these basketball games take an hour. 48 seconds to go. Probably take another 30 minutes to play that 48 seconds. The announcers in college football is elite. Yeah, I don't know about that. I watch the games on mute because I'm streaming them. And if YouTube picks up the audio, they'll sometimes flag the video. So I watch the games on mute. Michigan's going to be inbounding the ball here with 48 seconds to go and a 7-point lead. We need them to score. Turnover. Michigan turned it over. It's going to be UConn's ball with 45 seconds to go. They're down 7. This 7.5 is not looking too good, y'all. We're probably going to end up, my guess is this ends at a 6 or a 7 point game for Michigan. UConn's going to be inbounding the ball right underneath their own basket. Down 7 with 45 seconds to go. Yeah, I don't think we're going to hit that Michigan 7.5. This feels like about a 6 or a 7 point win for Michigan at this point, because regardless of whether UConn scores here or not, they're about to start the free throw parade. UConn up top for 3. Banked it off the glass. Good. 4 point game. 67-63. UConn got some Duke magic left. I'm telling you, weird shit happens for UConn in the second halves of these games. This was a terrible 3-point attempt here. Way too long. But it banked off the glass and went in. Lou, have you and Sports Talk Jay shared a screen yet? Not on my channel and not on his channel. We might have been on the same, we might have been on somebody else's show at some point at the same time. I can't really remember. I did talk to him a year or so ago. One of my sponsors at the time was interested in sponsoring his channel, and they couldn't get in touch with him. So they asked if I knew him. I said, yeah. I got in touch with him, but he said he didn't want any sponsors. Now, why he said that or why that is, I don't know. I don't know why somebody is doing YouTube but doesn't want to make money. I don't know. But that's really the extent of any conversation I've had with him. Is Dan Hurley Jewish? I've got no idea, nor do I care. I can't stand his channel. I like him. I don't watch all his videos, but I am subscribed to him, and if a title or a thumbnail of one of his videos catches my interest, I'll watch it. I like him. Now the other ones, what's the other Tennessee channel? Talking Balls or whatever the fuck. Those deadbeats over there. I can't stand those stupid motherfuckers. They can kiss my ass. Booger. What's his name? Booger. Michigan with the ball up 4. UConn fouls with 29 seconds to go. Michigan to the free throw line. Chance to make it a 6-point game. Soft and Balls. Yeah, that's the name of their channel. Soft and Balls. I can't stand those deadbeats. They can suck my taint from the inside out. I can't stand them. I wouldn't piss on those people if they were on fire. If they were drowning and I was the only one around that could save them, it would depend what clothes I was wearing, whether they lived or died. Michigan misses the fucking free throw. Definitely not going to hit that 7.5 if they can't make free throws. That's the only chance, is for Michigan to go on a free throw parade here with the UConn foul routine. But if they're going to miss the free throws, we're dead in the water. Missed both fucking free throws. Fuck Michigan. If UConn hits a 3 here, or hell, even a 2, if UConn scores here, long 3, no good. Michigan rebound, fouls right away. Still a 4-point game. If they'd have made those other 2 free throws, it would be a 6-point game right now. with a chance here to make it 8. Instead, they missed both the free throws last time. Michigan fucked us with those missed free throws. We're going to miss that 7.5. Almost over, Berg. Then we're going to go eat some pizza. Well, I'm going to go eat some pizza. You're going to go in there and stare at me while I eat it. They'll foul them again. Maybe. If Michigan makes both of these free throws, that's a 6-point game. Uconn will chuck up a 3. If they miss it, I don't even know that there's a point in fouling at that point. I hope you're right. I hope they do. I hope Michigan makes these 2 free throws, makes it a 6-point game. I hope Uconn misses a quick 3. I hope Michigan gets the rebound, and I hope Uconn fouls them. That's what I hope happens. But I'm not. That's a lot of if this, then that, and if, and if, and if. Uconn Ball of Black Magic. I think they're running out of magic here. What are they reviewing here? Michigan gets the ball. It's clearly fouled right there. What are we doing? Are they going to reverse this and call a foul on Michigan? What the fuck? Never-ending replays. Uconn appeal. All right. Michigan shooting free throws. Need them to make both. Need them to make both to have any chance at all. Makes the first one. 5-point lead. We need them to make this free throw. We need Uconn to attempt a quick 3, miss it. Michigan get the rebound and then get fouled again. Only 13 seconds left in the game. They make both free throws, so here we go. We need Uconn to attempt a quick 3 and miss it. Rebound, foul. Fuck. That was a really smart play from Michigan, but it cost us. If the Michigan guy would have held on to the ball, Uconn would have fouled him, but he chunked the ball down the court to run the clock down. It was a smart play by the Michigan guy. And that's going to be it. Michigan wins 69-63. 6-point win for Michigan. National champions. Congratulations to the Michigan fans. Really, really good team. Really good team. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate y'all hanging out today. Call-in show tomorrow night. So if you want to call and talk some college football, tune back in tomorrow night around 8 or 8:30. We'll go live and open up the phone lines and talk some college football. We'll do that Tuesday night and Thursday night. This coming up weekend, I'll be streaming the final rounds of the Masters Golf Tournament for those of you who might be interested in that. I stream that on my Patreon page. The link to my Patreon is in the description of the video. Click the link, check out the Patreon page. It's a great way to help support the show and the channel. I stream on Patreon every single weekend, year-round, unless I'm out of town for some particular reason. We have a really good time over there. But I had fun hanging out tonight. Congrats again to Michigan, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night for the call-in show.